So before I get into the review, I wanted to say this right off the bat. I'm probably going to butcher these names, so I apologize in advance, but let's get into the review anyways. Parasite, guys, is now in theaters near me. Finally reached theaters. I've been waiting for this to come out for quite some time, and it was the most anticipated movie of October for me personally. Well, second most, with The Lighthouse being number one. And thankfully, I got to see it on the last day of October. So I was very much so excited to give you guys this review. You guys will be watching probably November 1st. But anyways, I digress. Parasite is the latest film from Bong Joon-ho, and he's the guy that gave us Snowpiercer, Okja, Mother, not the Aronofsky one, and The Host, and Memories of Murder. He's a director that is very much so well known in terms of like Korean filmmaking industry, but he's also got notability in terms of American filmmaking industry. And I like that. I like it when a foreign director is able to make it from his home country to then obviously America and get American success. It's awesome. And Parasite is his latest movie, and for those of you that don't know, it's about a family that is all unemployed. Katika's family takes an interest in the wealthy, glamorous Park family. Now, the Park family, they are very lively. They're very rich and wealthy, and because of that, the unemployed family wants to essentially take that and be able to utilize that power and for themselves with gaining wealth. This is a movie that, like I said earlier, I was very much so excited for, but the hype was unreal. I mean, this movie has like a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's getting a lot of Oscar hype, which is very rare for a foreign language film, which is awesome that it's getting it. So there was a lot to live up to it. But the question is, does it live up to it? You betcha. This movie is awesome. I absolutely loved this movie. Where do I begin? Firstly, I just wanted to say, shout out to the storytelling. This movie is a dark comedy, and then it slowly digresses into a thriller. And even has a little bit of horror elements, and it's awesome. Not only does the film kind of progress into something that's completely different than what you thought the movie was originally, but the characters themselves also kind of do that. You think one thing about certain characters, and the next thing you know, it's like, oh no, it's actually, I got you. And it really does help that, you always hear about certain movies where it's like going knowing as little as possible, but Parasite is definitely the definition of a movie where you want to know as little as possible, because there are a lot of great goodies that happen towards the end of the movie that it's like, if you don't know what's going to happen, it's awesome. Not only that, but I mentioned like in terms of like the characters, but the directing also definitely combines like these different genres in a way that feels very fluid and organic. And the same can be said with the way that Bong Joon-ho also shot this. Because this movie uses a lot of wide-angle shots, a lot of establishing shots where like you can see everything. But as the film progresses, it gets more narrow and narrow. And so literally there are a lot of scenes where it's like in corridors and everything, and it's awesome. And that's what I'm saying. It's like little things like that I picked up on, I absolutely love. Same goes for the score. The score is pretty non-existent in the first half. And when there is, it's like, it kind of feels like dark comedy-esque, and then it changes into thriller-esque, and you really start to notice it, and it's awesome. The twists and turns also are magnificently handled, I think, and there's also a lot of dramatic heft. Like I mentioned how the characters, they change, and it's very interesting to see that, but with their arcs at the very end, I found it to be very satisfying and very interesting, especially given how it's tied to the themes of the movie. The themes of this movie are awesome, I think. Personally, this is definitely a movie that first and foremost, it's about class, lower class and upper class, and both the positives and negatives of both classes. And I like that because I feel like a lot of movies that deal with class, they'll really kind of just show like one's bad or one's good. But this movie really does kind of fully show this as fully fleshed out, and how, this isn't black and white, and I liked it because those are usually my favorite type of movies where you show things that they have things where it's like, okay, this is good, but then on the opposite end, this is also something bad. And it really kind of depends on your perspective, and I like that. The movie's ending is also fantastic. The sound design is also muted, so when there are actual sounds that occur, you notice it because of the emotional impact that it has on you. There's also, I mentioned how it's a dark comedy and it goes into a thriller, but the comedy is really good. It's very effective and very like relatable with a lot of the stuff. I personally found it hilarious. I really dug it. It's a well-written movie that, a lot of people might watch this movie and say, well, these characters are doing stupid things, but I feel as though those people aren't understanding that this is a realistic movie. Like, it's a movie where people do stupid things. People can do smart things and then also do stupid things. It's not like this is a smart person, so they're not going to do stupid things. No, 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 that's not how life works. And I like how this movie shows it. Like there's certain people where it points it in a direction where it's like, that's a smart person, and they slowly start doing stupid things. And then you start realizing, oh, shoot, no, that person actually was stupid all along, or was he? And it's great storytelling. It's great storytelling. It's great directing. It's great acting. This is overall a fantastic movie. Honestly, I didn't really have any negatives. Like, in the beginning, I thought maybe it was kind of like, not slow, but I was kind of wondering. I was like, where is this going? And when it finally picked up, I really dug it. I think that a second viewing will make it even more impactful, but I don't have any flaws because even that, like looking back, I'm not going to say like that's a huge flaw because I think it's great. Like I think the slow burn really does add an impact to when you get to that final act and then boom, you see all the events that unfold. And it's like, this is great storytelling. And honestly, Parasite for me personally, as of right now, I have like no qualms with this movie. I think it's top tier filmmaking. It does a great job of showing the world and how it's very gray, not always black and white. Great filmmaking, great entertainment value. This is a movie that you can show to people that might not necessarily like foreign films and they might be able to appreciate it. But all in all, this is a movie that I definitely think is an awesome movie. And as of right now, I do think it might be my favorite movie of 2019. And that's why Parasite is getting a 5 out of 5 star rating, which for those like a hot sauce rating, gets the good old ghost pepper rating. That's right, guys. For those who don't know, this little bottle, ghost pepper rating, I don't give this too often. So for a movie like this to get it, you betcha it's worth your time. And honestly, I do want to see it a second time. I think it's probably a movie that will gain interest even more upon each viewing. Like, I kind of got a Killing of a Sacred Deer vibe where also kind of like that movie where knowing as little as possible going into it really adds a lot to the movie. Similar to that, but I am curious to see if Parasite will hold up upon multiple viewings because upon first viewing, I loved it, as you could tell. But guys, Parasite, what did you think about it? Did you like it? Did you not? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And what's your favorite Bong Joon-ho movie? I know I said his name wrong, but what's your favorite movie of his? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, don't forget the subscription, notification bell, and I'll catch you guys later.